Hello, Good Life Travelers. Welcome to another episode of Travel Talk Tuesday. We got the full crew. Good morning, ladies.
I'm so glad Chrissy's back.
We're a little late today, and we're going to blame Chrissy for it. Because
a technical issue.
Yeah.
no comment. So we're in a Christmassy scene.
Yes.
Tamara looks somewhat Christmassy. I have my red and green on. Chrissy, of course, does not follow directions. And
At this point, I can just wear what's comfortable.
just
So
glad
you're
she's
lucky you're not in my
here.
pajamas.
Yeah.
we are glad you're fully clothed. Yep. And we have the Christmas tree beautifully decorated in the background. So a beautiful setting for our special Christmas edition of Travel Talk Tuesday.
Yeah. So I got gifts for you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
I
my
love gifts.
Let's start with that.
Okay.
Okay, so my wonderful neighbor Wendy Cromer has a cookie business. So
Oh,
I
she's
wanted
good.
to give you each one of her beautifully decorated
Oh my God.
cookies.
This is you
Oh,
can't. You're not allowed to eat
sweet
this, are you? Look at
kids.
that thing. Can we?
Christmas tree.
I don't want
love
to eat it. It's too
You
nice.
can
No.
eat them, they're very good.
I don't want to ruin. I mean, look at the detail on that.
That's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
she's an artist.
She's won awards, I think, hasn't she,
Yeah.
for like her cakes and stuff?
She's amazing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
So I thought I'd get you a little
Thank
treat for
you.
her.
I got to show that to my whole family, I think.
Yeah, they're
I
beautiful.
mean, look at
Yeah.
the little. Not those are like. She didn't do each one of those little things. Did
No,
she?
they're like non-perials. They're like you shake them out.
I mean, look at that thing. That's fancy. All right. You want me to hold it up? All right. I know you got a
I
bad
got
way.
myself a pink Christmas
This
tree.
Christmas tree.
All right. Look at
Job
that.
love. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So-
Thank you.
Oh,
Here's
So
a
pretty.
little something as a token of
Oh.
my sincere appreciation. Can you open that? Do you want me to do it for you?
I can open it.
Should have probably just put yours in the bag.
It's all based out of convenience with Chrissy. If it's pouring a drink, having a drink, enjoying a drink, she can do it herself. And if she doesn't want to do.
You better open yours too.
Okay.
It's the same gift.
Oh, sorry.
What a great gift for the
So
new
now
year.
you-
Oh, a
Grab your own
selfie
little selfie
stick.
When you travel,
Look at
it's on
that.
the tripod, so that's a little work related.
You'll see us using these when we're on site, out and about.
That is awesome.
Look at that. Thank you.
Thank you so
You
much.
are very
Bluetooth?
welcome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll have to have a class on how to use these.
And there's one more
That's
gift for
fun.
each of you. These are also work related, but it's about learning.
Uh-oh.
Is it a book?
This is like a book.
Chrissy loves to read, believe it
We
or
know
not.
I don't like to read. I like movies.
She likes movies.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I'm kind of excited.
Spanish phrases. Flashcards because I'm so good with the
See, no tank.
Spanish language.
I thought every day we could practice Spanish in the
Oh,
office.
this is perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my
So-
God, thank you.
Throughout the year, if you book an all-inclusive at a Spanish-speaking country, Chrissy will help you with key phrases you're going to need to know when you go to an all-inclusive in a
Yeah.
Spanish-speaking country.
This is because if you're new to us, I am not very good
Well,
with
you
the
did
Spanish
French, and
I took French in
Yeah.
high school, which was completely useless.
St. Martin would be helpful because there's
Yes.
yeah, but that's really there's
Yeah.
only a handful.
But you know key phrases like uno más cerveza,
I
or
do
más
know uno más.
margarita, more margarita, gracias, so thank you.
Casa
Yeah.
de la Whopper.
Casa de la
Yeah,
Whopper.
safe meal at Burger King,
Oh
she
my
knows that.
gosh.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah,
so
that's
You know
perfect.
certain phrases.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
Yeah, your turn.
Okay. I know Spanish. I should.
Well, this is because we had a little accident on one of our travel talks about.
Am I allowed? Well, we'll
You let
we'll
a-
mark this one as a non-kid
let
friendly
a
episode.
swear word go.
How to speak fully in countries around the world. 100 cards to guide you through your travels.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
I can't wait.
Yeah, in case you have a little road rage.
I do have bad road
Oh,
rage.
We've driven with you in
Yeah.
foreign
I
countries.
know
How did,
that.
oh, it's taped. I can't wait to open this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm going to
very
sprinkle
very
these in
Christmas,
amongst
guys.
Travel Talk Tuesdays.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
Those are amazing.
These are phrases you know, are they?
No.
So if I drop them in the office like, Hammer Ashka Fashka, you won't think I'm saying something in Norwegian?
No.
Look
Oh,
at that.
that's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much.
You're so nice.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Yeah. So
Merry Christmas.
yes, Merry Christmas. So that's this week. Hard to believe already. Are you all set for your Christmases,
No.
ladies?
No. This just got done yesterday. Well, it's not even done. This just got
It looks done.
started yesterday.
My husband has to wrap all the gifts. I'm the wrapper, but I can't this year, so I can't guarantee.
I can't wrap. I mean, I use bags because I can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I'm sure I'll have
I
to
have to get some of
supervise,
those
but-
gifts first before I can write them. This has been a really tough year for me.
Yeah.
I've been busy.
You have.
Okay, so we're not ready for Christmas yet. That's good. We checked that off our little agenda. No one's ready. Okay, we welcomed back Chrissy.
Yes.
People have asked how you're recovering. You want to give an update or anything?
I'm coming along. It's good. You know, it's fine. It'll be fine. I'm a very patient person. I don't like, you know, having one of my arms not being able to be used, but makes things a little awkward and difficult. But in the big picture, it's just temporary and it'll be fine. But it is a painful recovery, which everybody said it was, and I was, you know, I didn't realize it was that. It's kind of painful. I have an anchor in there that's holding one of my tendons or something, and so that hurts every once in a while. But yeah, but it's okay. Every week is 2 weeks today, so in 4 more weeks, I think I could start more intense physical therapy, and then I'll be on the road to being back to normal.
Yay.
Whatever
Well,
that
normal is
is.
relative. Let's say that, okay?
As normal as can be.
Okay. All right,
Yeah, but
good.
thank you for asking.
Well, Tamara made me be nice to you, okay?
Okay.
Since it's your first day back. Okay, so we welcomed you. We talked about. Okay, so today, our Christmas episode, you know, we've talked a lot about giving the gift of travel. We talked about trips, little trinkets. We talked about activities, excursions, different things like that you could do. What I thought. So now we're all in full Christmas mode, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating, in the full mode, right? You're getting together with these people, whether you like them or not. You're having conversations, right? So you do catch up, small talk. But at some point, the people you like, you might want to talk about maybe doing a trip together, right? So now our group of friends, we've gone on a number of trips together. You've gone with your groups, you've gone with your groups, I've gone with mine. We've also done our big group together. So it's a great opportunity when you're at a table with these people that you like, family or friends or even coworkers, to maybe begin having a conversation about what kind of trip or something fun to do together. Whether it's something local you can do together, like doing a little excursion to Cleveland or something, or Chicago, or whether it's like a bigger, 3 or 4 night trip, maybe a cruise, great way to travel, or a bigger kind of trip, week-long thing. I kind of thought that'd be great for us to discuss, because I know we have a lot of ideas from things we've done, from things we've studied, and things that we've learned about, and things that I think we'd like to share too, for so that people can be prepared for those conversations. Does that sound okay, ladies?
Yeah. Can I mention just one thing before we start?
Always breaking
Yeah,
rules.
sorry.
Always breaking rules. Okay. Yes.
So the benefit of using a travel agent when
that's
you're
a good
planning a group trip is that nobody in your group is in charge. And when you're the person in charge, it's kind of a lot. Like it's a lot of time, it's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of opinions. So when you give that responsibility to somebody else, it's a lot easier. Your group will be much happier when a professional is actually planning it for you, and they can coordinate with everybody.
Or someone wants to be the point person too, right?
Right. We can work with that too, but then you can always put the blame on us for things too. So I just wanted to put that out there first.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great starting point. Whether we're sending emails to all 7 groups or people in the thing, or whether we send them with one person that's kind of coordinating.
Yeah.
Either way, I think it makes it easier, like you're saying. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether we need to be in charge or not. Yeah.
Right.
That's a good idea. Okay, good. Well, that's a good rule breaking. We'll
Thank
accept
you.
that. Yeah, you get points for that. All right.
Okay.
All right. So, what I thought we'd start with Tamara. Okay, we're gonna start with you. And a trip or two, if you're gonna go with either coworkers, maybe a small group of coworkers or a small group of friends, what's going on in the head? What do you think would be a great kind of getaway trip for people to discuss, maybe kind of think about when they're at the dining room table together at Christmas?
So I thought of a few. For Europe, I think Oktoberfest is a great group of friends getaway. And I've been to Munich a few times, went to Oktoberfest last year, so I know how Oktoberfest operates now, and I'd be happy to help you plan that. It's a great adult getaway. It's good with kids too, and we can arrange to find sitters for you if you want to take kids, or grandma and grandpa want to go, and they can watch the kids while others go to Oktoberfest. But Oktoberfest is a great adult getaway. The second one I thought about internationally is Ireland, and there's a wonderful Pubs of Ireland tour that I would love to send some people on. And you get to see the sights of Ireland, but it's I would say the rest stops or the breaks are at pubs. And who doesn't want to drive around Ireland? You don't have to worry about the driving; somebody else does it for you. And visit some of the local watering holes. Great music, great beverage, great friendship. I just think that would be a wonderful thing. And then one other one I wanted to throw in domestically would be New Orleans. I think that's a great if you're sitting around Christmas thinking about where can we go.
I miss New Orleans.
New Orleans is a fun city.
Yeah.
I actually went for a day with a group. There were 8 women, and it was one of my best trips ever. But I would not.
What about the airport?
Oh my gosh,
That's the best story ever.
Yeah, that's a whole travel talk. But
wheelchair races up and down the airport.
Yeah. We met another group. Our flight got delayed, and we were the only flight left in the entire airport. And we met another group of moms that were also on that flight, and we had fun. We closed down the bar. We played games. It was a lot of fun, but I would not recommend squeezing it into one day like we did. I would recommend going for at least a couple of days. We just sent a group to New Orleans. You did a few weeks ago, and I saw them over the weekend, and they were like epic vacation.
Was it for a birthday? Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Or anniversary or
They
what?
had so much fun, and they really didn't venture out of the French Quarter.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more to do in New Orleans than just the French Quarter.
They had a good time.
Yeah, they had a really good time. So that would be my recommendations.
You know, I think these places, those are great trips for a couple or a family, like you said, but I think if you had the right group of fun people, whether it's coworkers that you have a blast with or close friends, I think that takes that any of those trips to a whole new level. I mean, great memories can be made and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking,
You ready to go?
Yeah, any of those.
I am.
You know what? All right, so I got a basic question. Maybe some people are wondering, what kind of budgets are we looking at for an Oktoberfest or even like the Ireland pubs thing?
So Oktoberfest.
Not to put you on the spot, but I'm just curious. Like
Oktoberfest, I'm actually researching it now for a couple that's going to Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest is going to be one of the most expensive times to be in Munich. So
all year.
Yeah, because there's a lot of demand. I mean, there's millions of people that go to Oktoberfest. So I would probably, if you're looking for more of a budget vacation, I would pair Munich with another city in the area, like maybe Salzburg or Vienna or something like that, or even another part of Germany where they don't have Oktoberfest and the rooms are a little less expensive. So I would budget starting at maybe $2,700 to $3,000 a person.
Starting bare bones.
Yeah, but you can go up from there for a week in Munich or a week in Germany.
Because it probably costs some money to get there alone.
It does, and that's another demanding time to fly into Munich. So you may want to look at flying into like Nuremberg and taking the train an hour south to Munich if you can find a better rate, or flying out of different airports here. The Pubs of Ireland tour, I think, starts around $2,000 a person and goes up. It depends on the time of year that you'd want to go. And then again, if you go with a large group, there are benefits to going with a group. We can sometimes we can often find you a better rate if you have a group of say like 10 or 16 or more. But we can even do a private group if you have a large enough number where it's just your group that's traveling around and you're not with other people. So,
I'm trying to think which is better. Is that better for a family or friends or coworker? Like what? I guess that would work for any group, right? I mean,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Any group with friends.
Adult children.
Yeah.
Adultery, yeah. I don't know about bringing little kids to the pub tour.
No. I would not take
that. Sounds like
I mean,
fun.
you can go to Ireland with little kids
Yeah.
and like that, especially in the summertime.
I'd probably ruin it.
Well,
Go play with the Stonehenge over there. That's the playground over
That's
there.
the wrong country.
Go climb on that. Is it?
Did you buy him an atlas?
That's actually his gift.
Whatever. It's all the same. Okay. All right. So good. Those were good. Okay. So Christy, let's look at any of those three groups or all three of those groups. If we're looking at your area of specialty, the all-inclusives, what kind of ideas you got there?
Well, and I think we mentioned it earlier. I think being together over the holidays is a great time to plan and kind of look ahead to maybe somewhere warm to go. I've actually been working on quite a few families with small children, families with adult children, and couple trips. So through all my research, I have some really great properties that will keep little ones with water parks and kids clubs entertained, and then for the adults too. There's a lot of great opportunities to get, even on a direct flight, get somewhere warm. You could go 3 or 4 days and just kind of give yourself a boost in the dead of winter. And like I said, at Christmas time, sometimes people get a little extra money for Christmas as a gift. You know, that might help you out too, to fit it in your budget, increase your budget. But there's a lot of opportunities to get somebody a little warm break from all this winter.
Plus, too, if you think about a low deposit, which you always seem to talk about a lot, low deposits, but then you got the tax return coming for a lot of us,
Exactly.
right?
And if you do something, okay, so let's say you're not going to do winter, but when the kids are out of school, you want to go. That's a perfect time too. It gives you a little more time to pay. I've got clients that do the low deposit, don't have the full amount due till 45 days before they travel. And so I get emails all the time. Hey, could you put $1,000 on my trip? Hey, could you put a couple hundred on my trip? So by the time it comes due, you don't have such a big balance.
Okay, I'm going to put
there's a lot of flexibility.
That's, I think, what people are looking for, right?
Yes.
All right, so 2 budget questions.
Okay.
You got a family of 4. What kind of ballpark are they looking at for one of those all-inclusives with kids stuff or waters? Well, like the Lynx, they you don't tell me their price, but they just went to a park, and Abby had all over the internet, awesome pictures. The kids had a blast.
They went at Thanksgiving.
And that's a busy
For
time.
7 days.
So what's a ballpark of a resort like that for the summer or something like that? You know?
Okay, so summer is usually a little less because it's not the peak time for them. But I just booked a big family in February at a great all-inclusive resort in Cancun, direct flights, and it worked out to be about $1,700 a person.
Oh, wow.
So I mean,
that's a steal.
So if you think about that, that's your airfare, your transportation to and from the airport to your hotel, all your food, all your alcohol, and an ocean view room, and there's just 6 days. So that's a pretty good deal, I think, for that time period.
Yeah.
And what about for an adult group of coworkers or friends that want to go to like an adults only? We know there's adult only resorts down there.
Adults,
with the kids. What kind of price range are they looking at for the summer? If they're
adults only can be, though this one that was $1,700 was adults only, but sometimes they run a little more because it's more of a, well, I don't know how to say it, but what's the word I'm looking for?
I have no
I'm
idea.
still a little,
She's gonna blame the meds, of
I'm
course.
still a little hazy.
Exclusive or
Well, just that
More adult oriented.
it's.
more alcohol?
No, I have the word in my mind. It's like more specific, like
A niche?
a specific of a niche. Because for adults, there's less of them that are adults only, so sometimes they're a little bit more expensive. And if you're an adult that doesn't mind kids, you know, you still can go to a family-friendly resort. Usually they have an adults only pool, but you may have to be around children when you're eating and stuff. So. But yeah, there are plenty of options, and like I said, the one in February was adults only, and it's a gorgeous property. So yeah, I think you could be around that. 15 to 2,000 is doable.
It's starting point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
I
yeah.
think the thing we're learning the most is that the earlier you book, the better your
Oh,
rate's
yeah.
going to be, and the more
Absolutely.
choices you're going to have.
Absolutely.
So, and you like,
and this, like we said, if you're sitting around discussing something that you want to do with your family, or you've had enough of your family and you'd like to get away with your significant other, that is a time where, you know, say, hey, I'm ready to go this summer. Like I said, put a little bit down, chip away at it, and then you have a wonderful vacation lined up.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
I got 2 cruises, obviously the best way to travel, that I thought are perfect for groups. Okay. The first one was a few years ago. My one cousin, this is a long time ago, maybe 12 years ago. My one cousin got married in St. Thomas on the beach.
Ooh.
Okay. And so, yeah, we went for the wedding, but who wants to go aboard? I was a new at the time Royal Caribbean ship that had something for all the family members. So we all went, and I was, I don't know, late teens, you know, and there were some younger kids and there were some older adults and all that stuff. And I thought that's a good opportunity for a family or coworkers to go on a cruise. So if you're more family oriented, looking for stuff for all the ages to do, maybe we look at it like a group cruise with Norwegian Cruise Line or Royal Caribbean. You know, those groups start at 5 cabins, and then you start opening the door to a lot of perks and free stuff. That's great inclusions. If it's a group of coworkers or adults, I'd maybe jump up a category where you look at a Virgin Voyages adults only, which is the only adults only cruise line out there with a lot of options and fun stuff. Or a Celebrity or something like that. That tends to not have as many kids, but great. Those two would be great for group opportunities. You're looking more at 8 to 10 rooms, then you start unlocking the doors for group perks there. But I think those are great options. They have great itineraries for groups. A lot of interesting things there. The other thing, and Tamara, we were talking about this yesterday because I was on the phone with a lady who is going with some friends on our Alaskan cruise in June. We were talking about what's the next group trip, and we were talking about, Tamara's mentioned a couple times the idea as a riverboat cruise here in the United States. And there are some great new riverboats, but there's some of the old nice ones too. That there's a couple itineraries that start in New Orleans area and work their way up to Memphis. So you're going to bookend with two great cities that have a lot to do, a lot to see, and see a lot of things as you meander. Thank you.
Yeah.
Meander your way up the Mississippi or down if you go the other way. And when you look at groups there's a lot of opportunities to get extra perks, a lot of inclusions. Whenever you do group rates, you tend to get better prices. I think with all of our stuff, I think Tamara mentioned. So extra perks, great price, and you're traveling with people you like. I think those are some fun things. So after our conversation, I think I'd like to get a group together just to do the river cruise here in the United States from New Orleans to Memphis, because those are bucket lists in the United States for people that are fun cities. We all know New Orleans is a blast, but Memphis I hear is an awesome place to visit too. So that would be a group that I think that people maybe that don't want to go overseas, want to do something a little closer to home, that might be the right group trip for your family or friends or coworkers this year.
Yeah.
Good.
Sounds good.
Any other trips you guys think that we need to throw out there? Remind people or plant any seeds or anything?
No, it's the holidays is a good time to start talking travel.
Yeah.
You know.
Got everybody together?
Yeah. Yeah.
People will pull out their credit cards ready to put deposits down after, the fifth
Eggnog.
Eggnog, yeah. I was trying to think of what's in a drink that you drink this time of the year, but okay. Good. Okay. Also, we said it's always good to plan ahead. Well, we're about to enter wave season, the busiest time for bookings across the industry, which is the January to March time, and it's also some of the best deals throughout the year. So a lot of the, in Minus, a lot of the cruise lines are starting to announce their wave season deals, and we'll start pushing them out there on Facebook and social media. But I know, Tamara, you mentioned one of your big tour companies is going to be having some specials soon, the Trafalgar Group.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can always find something, but I have to say that inventory is really getting snatched up fast. Yeah. I'm really shocked at how often I go to look for a tour like that, and stuff's sold out already.
And those are some great tours we've talked about here before. If you want to see Europe and see a good snapshot of all of Europe, I mean, that Trafalgar Group and their different they have some great options, but they're going to be filling up. People need to move on it. Mm-hmm. And I think this kind of piggybacks too. The young adults, college age. I know you talked about having groups do that. There's some great options there for people.
Yeah, let me just talk about that for a second, if you don't mind. So if you've got a college kid that's home for the holidays and they're still thinking about what they want to do for spring break, if they can get a group together, usually you need about 16 people to go, they can probably travel for free or at a significantly reduced
Your
rate.
Child could.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if your kid needs a spring break place, we have companies we work with that are specific to 18 to 35-year-olds, and they'll do things geared towards that demographic. So you might have a later start because we all know college kids like to sleep in a little bit. They like to stay up a little later. So that's kind of how they operate their tour. They're gonna stay in very safe but college or young adult friendly hostels, which hostels in Europe are very different than hostels in the United States, or hotels that are geared to them. So they may have a bar in the lobby, that type of stuff. I think we use 3 suppliers in particular. There's some really, really interesting, cool adventures for these college kids. So Christmas might be the time to start talking about that. Yeah. It's so much better than going just to Florida and laying on a beach.
Well, that gets old after a while.
Yeah, you can really go explore the world. We've talked about giving the gift of a passport.
Yeah.
So if you're giving a gift of a passport, maybe you want to talk about what they're going to do with that passport. And these 18 to 35-year-old adventures are wonderful.
Plus, I think some parents would rather their kids go have a cultured experience.
Yeah.
I would say cultured. A more cultural experience instead of just going to a beach where we've all seen those pictures and videos of those kids. That are gone wild, exactly. Yeah. So that might be a better experience to kind of encourage your kid to go with their friends.
They still may stay at a beach for a night, but it won't be 7 days of nonstop partying.
Yeah, what a great stories and experience.
They'll meet people from all over the world and have friends for life. So
Yeah. So they're running deals in wave season. We know they kind of dropped hints at waving seasons. And then Chrissy, we know some of yours. I'm still waiting for some of them to announce it. But they're gonna run some deals. And they keep telling us they're gonna run some deals, but some good wave season deals from the all-inclusive world too.
Yep.
That was a very deep observation. Thank you for the insights, Chrissy. Blame the arm, I'm sure. Okay, good. So wave season's coming up. So any of these trips
I didn't research wave season. Sorry.
She just came in this morning and saw that agenda.
I sent her that agenda yesterday and said, be prepared.
I don't remember having to do wave season.
That's all of us. It's in bold. So any of these trips that we mentioned throughout the show, anything you may be thinking about, these next few months are the busiest time, and we're hoping we're going to be busy because there are so many great travel opportunities out there, so many great promotions and deals. And even if you don't fit in one of those little boxes, we can still get you a great trip that aligns with your budget.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Unless you want like a dollar store trip, I don't think we can.
No, we can't do that.
We can't get you on a flight for $1, but we're gonna do our best to get a trip that matches your budget, which I think is what everyone wants.
That's most important, right?
Wonderful. So stay tuned for those details. Contact us, connect with us the next few months to take advantage of them. So good. Updates on TGLT. The team is back together. We're all busy with lots of bookings. I do want to point out there's still a great promotion going on now with one of our tour companies. Tamara, you want to share that? The 15% off? On Viator.
Oh, on Viator, yes.
This was your pet baby. She's been preaching it, and now my people are taking advantage of it. They're all loving it, so it's working. So Tamara was right. Just don't tell her. But she was right. It's a good deal.
Through the end of the year, one of our suppliers, which we use often for excursions and activities, has a 15% off special. So that could be a significant savings for you if you're going, especially if you're taking a big trip or taking a cruise. But we've had clients that have reached out to us for just, we had one client that wanted to take her mom on a Little Italy food tour in Cleveland.
Which looks awesome.
Yeah, she wanted to give it to her as a gift for Christmas, so we helped her book that, and we have that code that we can use that got her 15% off. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's so many fun things in this world to do. It's hard for me not to just sit and look and like dream, where do I want to go next? And
we hear it, I want to go here, I want to go there.
Yeah. As I'm researching for clients or myself sometimes, I find these great things to do.
So if you need ideas, that Viator is a great thing. Don't book it on your own because you can save money by going through us with this code. So
it's through the end of the year. So after Christmas, we can still do it.
So we have an ad on Facebook. You might have seen it. So you can look through those ones. I think that's just highlighting Chicago ones, but there's for every city all over the world. So if you're not Chicago, let us know. You want another city, we can send you a little link with. I think I sent Vancouver ones, and there was like 300. So I mean, I think Florida had 700, Miami had 700. Fort Lauderdale had 700, Miami had like 1,100. So I mean, like these cities have
thousands.
Really.
Yeah,
so we can give you a couple ideas of the most popular, the coolest ones, or we can send you the link with everything that's available and take advantage of that deal.
There's over 300,000 opportunities on.
So you could give a gift of an experience.
Right. Yes.
Rather than something material, which is I think that's a neat thing, and we still have time to be able to do that for you.
Memorable, like that. It's lifelong, lasting. Yeah. That memory will last forever. So.
Everyone's a little sentimental today, I can just tell. Okay, good. So everyone's favorite section, groups. Okay, so there's still room for our winter getaway, a last minute deal on our this March 4th. We're going to the Southern Caribbean, so let me know if you want to get in on that. We have our Alaska cruise. Okay, I had someone that reached out that wanted information on the land portion with the cruise. Ours is sold out. So there's room on the cruise only, the 7 days, which we have a lot of people doing just the cruise only. Great experience. If you want to join us for that, out of Vancouver up to Anchorage, trip of a lifetime. There's still room in the 7-night cruise only. So let me know so we can lock in a great price. I did price it. Our group is significantly less. Our price, if you book with us, is like it was like over $1,000 cheaper than if you were to go book with their deal going on now, which is a good deal. But I mean, we locked in the prices. That's the benefit of group travel. Yeah. We lock in those group rates, and they're great rates. So that's for Alaska. Hawaii in October. I know it's a little ways away, but it doesn't hurt to lock in your spot there. So connect with that. And I've taken out some space for for 2024. So we're going to be releasing that soon too. Looking at the Mediterranean, Tamara wanted us to do a spring break family cruise kind of thing, a spring break cruise. So we have an awesome ship, an awesome itinerary for spring break 2024 for people that really want to plan ahead. The ship is there's too much to do on the ship. The itinerary stops at the private island and other cool stops. So this is going to be an amazing spring break. Whether you're just adults, whether you're adults with kids, grandparents, whatever it is, we've got the space booked at a great rate because we're pricing it now instead of in 2024, which everything's obviously going to go up.
Right.
So
is that a new ship?
it's their Oasis class, which is
Okay.
their big ships that really have.
Yeah,
I mean,
that one.
yeah,
They're
you
big,
know,
Yeah.
it's too much to do. When I was on Allure, I couldn't do everything. Yeah, I mean, people have
It's
been
a lot.
talking. And if you're into comedy clubs, like you have to get to their comedy clubs 20 minutes early because the 150 they have a comedy club only setting and it fills up fast.
Yeah.
I mean,
Neat.
yeah. So a great spring break 2024. So we'll be letting that out soon. So a lot of fun cruise trips and other things planned in 2024. I think we're going to do a cruise night for riverboats too coming
good.
up. So we had some people ask for ideas for riverboating in Europe. So we're going to do a cruise night. I think this winter, where if you come join us, you might get a discount if you book on the cruise in the week following. So I'm excited about that possibility.
What's going on?
Maybe a little fun event. So who doesn't love a good time?
Cocktails?
Well, if you have to, twist the arm. So
No, don't twist my arm, please.
twist your good arm. So
she needs her good arm.
I only got one.
we were doing Christmas arms, and hers looked like she was in first grade, kind of trying to.
Writing my Christmas cards out, yeah.
Yeah, it was a mess. Okay, so good. Finally, any you got options here. Either a fun or exciting booking you recently had, or any interesting news in your specific niche that you want to share, or you can do both. Chrissy, have you been working?
Yes, I have been working from a recliner, but still working.
She sends pictures with a computer wedged on one arm and the cat in the other one.
And on the other one. Yeah, so I last week had been looking for a family trip to all-inclusive, so I did quite a bit of research on all-inclusives that weren't in Cancun or Punta Cana. So I really did find some neat places in Curacao, St. Martin. I'm trying to think where else I found one. Where else did I look?
I don't know. I wasn't with you.
You weren't with me. I know, I'm still hazy.
She's gonna use that excuse for
just
years.
other areas that you don't typically think of, but have some great properties, great views, small town areas that are safe, that you can just wander off your property and be culturated in the island. So yeah, I think if you're thinking of a warm trip that you want to get to, but you maybe have done the Cancun Punta Cana thing and want something a little bit more new and exciting, I've come across some really great properties. So let me know.
So connect with Chrissy.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Tamara, anything new or any exciting booking or anything fun you want to share?
Well, I'm working on a booking for me right now.
Oh.
So I was accepted to go on another research trip, this time to Asia. So
That's a hot market.
I'm very, very excited about that. But I don't have a heck of a lot of time to get it booked. So
Is that the spring or is it
no,
winter? Or?
it's
Is it next week?
about 5 weeks.
Oh!
Yeah.
She loves last minute booking.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about that. But I've been working on an Oktoberfest for next year for a couple, which has been fun. But I do want to mention one more thing. We talk about all-inclusives in the Caribbean a lot, but there's also all-inclusives in Europe, which at my last FAM I learned about, and it's becoming, I hear more and more chatter about these all-inclusives in Europe. So I've never been to one in Europe, but I think I might like to go try one sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
And see all about it. So.
Well, those are popular now because in our honeymoon guide that we're sending out to our bride list, we have a whole feature on that, those different all-inclusives that people don't think about.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's a new market.
A little different than like Caribbean, because in the Caribbean you're kind of in a bubble in your all-inclusive, whereas in Europe you're in a little bubble, but you can venture out too into little towns and villages, do more activities and excursions out.
Yeah, I think it's a good marrying of the sightseeing time,
Yeah.
but also the relaxing time. I mean, I think
Yeah.
it offers a lot. So you wake up and you want to chill that day, you can, or if you want to go out and explore another little town 15 minutes away. I mean, I think there's a lot of opportunity. I've never been to one. I'd like to see one of those too.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot in Spain and Portugal, but Greece has them, and Croatia.
Yeah.
You know, there's all sorts of opportunities. So
Wonderful.
Just wanted to mention that.
Wonderful. I've been doing a lot of group work, trying to get these groups together because group cruises are a great way to travel. And also doing a lot of research on the luxury cruise lines because, there's probably like 30 different luxury cruise lines. So I'm trying to do some research and pinpoint what one would be a good one for us to kind of start looking at and trying to introduce to some of our clients so they can experience a different way of cruising, a lot more all-inclusive way of cruising.
Right.
Pay a little bit more up front, but then once you get on board, you're not paying anything because a lot of those ships, as we talked about, has the we'll have the flight, all the ground transportation, pre-cruise hotel. We'll have all the excursions, all the drink, has everything all included in one price. So a lot of times you're like sticker shock, but if you were to add up, sometimes it comes out
nickel and dimed.
Yeah, so it's just a completely different experience. But yeah, a butler service sounds really good right about now.
They put on my Christmas tree.
Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah, that would have been nice. I need a butler.
So that's what I've been working on, trying to prepare for the wave season, getting everything together because everyone's starting to release their promotions. So excited about that. If you're looking for a cruise, now's the time to start booking. So, all right, I think that's everything.
Yeah, happy holidays to everyone.
Yes.
Merry Christmas. Happy
They're in the
New
middle
Year.
of Hanukkah now, the middle of Kwanzaa,
Yeah.
and then Christmas is
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
Should we thank everybody for their support this year?
No.
Okay.
Of course we will.
Of course,
Yes.
we've had a great first year,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have. Oh my
yeah. I think
gosh.
the next time we're on, it'll be
It'll be the new year,
Yeah.
and we'll reflect on the year.
Yeah.
Maybe share some travel resolutions, right?
Yeah. that's
And other
it.
resolutions, healthier lifestyle.
That's right. Me too.
We're gonna zoom in the camera because we're gonna be also,
I know.
all that stuff. So yeah.
I'm contemplating a dry January.
Oh boy. Ooh, that's news breaking.
You better work from home then. I'm not putting up with that nonsense.
Are you sure?
Ah.
No, I'm contemplating, but I've been kind of dry since I've been home anyway.
Yeah.
So I think it's been fine.
Okay, so we will end on that note on Chrissy's. Brett just came on. Chrissy's dry January.
Right. Chrissy just said she's gonna have a dry January.
We're
How is
contemplating.
Brett gonna make it? That's my concern.
No,
Brett's
he
gonna
and I
need.
were both discussing both of us
No,
having it.
Brett is gonna go on the Caribbean cruise with me. Leave Chrissy. We're gonna go party in the Southern Caribbean.
Well, that's not till March.
Okay. Well, you better
We'll
stay
be
home
okay
and do
by
therapy
then.
then.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
holiday season, a wonderful Merry Christmas, all that good stuff, and we will see you in the new year.
Yay.
Bye.
Thanks everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, I fell!